Call me Fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, no way home. Bev Hill life on the day.
These guys are finding consistent rhythms and how that they want to play, and specifically capable of setting up other teams and making them play around them. I often talk about the fact that if you can kind of set up the play and force teams to react to you, that means that you're going to have a much greater chances of success. If you're just reacting to everything going on, you're never going to be able to really dictate control inside of the game. Speaking of control of the game, Poro, guess what? We're back in and we're in the air.
Let's get back into it. And we got a roughly similar playing path. I mean, it was a north to south thing. I think it might have been angling the other direction. Hopefully the circle is a little bit more kind, or, well, you know, depending on what you're hoping for. Maybe hopefully it's not more kind. Maybe it's going to be even more crazy. We'll have to see.
Maybe military base. Who even knows?
You never know. You never know. They're like, hey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. We're doing this for 2 damn months. There's going to be some military circles. Do we want to have one on day one?
Yes.
Why not?
That's my answer. I know chat probably might disagree with me, but come on, guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy the chaos that PUBG can sometimes bring. Watch the players react to everything. So, today, 4 a.m., going to go ahead and regroup back over towards it. But I don't know if you want this. 4 angry men trying to find something to work with. Do go down. First one knocked off of that. Barama trying to find something quick to change back on the other side of it. Trying to find an angle to play from this. Tree's providing enough cover. Gonna have to send it a little bit closer in, and there's the regret that pops off on the other angle for it. So now it's all about trees and bouncing back and forth, trying to find the vision on it. Cover out. Make sure you flush out. Deny any information. Coming out back behind this one, not really finding too much just quite yet. Trying to use the car for cover, but look, 4 a.m. doesn't even care. Running up the hillside, trying to get in grenade range. Gonna go ahead and toss that one up and through. You can see the defensive line really starting to fall apart for Buriram, trying to retreat back away from this one. The problem is what cost is 4 a.m. going to try to continue this? They're playing right along the edge, and luckily, nobody is trying to make an approach back over here, as just one member for Buriram is alive and is about to have to send it out of position.
I mean, Buriram, this is just the worst case scenario day one for them. They have just not been winning their fights, not been landing the shots that they usually do. So it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. K7 going to keep meta occupied for the time being. So we see shots trading over the top. Oh, booyahoo! Nicely done there. Sparking actually going to find Miracu and actually get the flush as well. So maybe a little bit of an overpeak there from Miracu.
K7 finds these early fights over and over again, taking out a wild grenade tossing if maybe they can connect with anything onto it. Going to go ahead and not hit anything back over towards it, just going to land back over towards the boxes. So that's some utility being burned out from that position. But you can see that they're trying to use the distraction to make their creeping advance back over towards this. K7 starting to send it back over towards the angle, but going to be meta trying to hold the line back over towards it, and somehow valiantly holding up the defensive line for this one, managing to hold it together just narrowly. K7 starting to regret their aggression back over towards us, already losing Savior, getting flushed out, and you can see Booyah already taking a lot of damage off of it. So now this quick play that you can see K7 trying to make, getting stalled out. Do note at range, we also do have DGW that's taking a couple of pot shots back into it, but does not have a clean angle to play for.
Furia as well. And look at this, we got red on red action. Is T1 going to crash into Day Trade? Or is it Day Trade crashing into T1? Either way, T1 is coming out the loser on this one. Is Zenith overseeing things as well? Trying to do a little seat swap there from Day Trade. Poonage going to take the shots, not going to find the knock. Those Flash gets into the compound. Dang Shay going to take him low. Flash trying to hold it off. Star-Lord, can he finish him off? Yeah, he can. He gets traded down.
Should be rest. I don't think that Zenith's going to push this. Not with the firing lines that are set up based off of positioning. Gex still has oversight on what's happening, as I believe Navi might as well. Back over with our K7 fight, you can see it's kind of stalled out for just a second. A lot of smokes being thrown down, but slow advancements trying to come out from K7. And that's just going to be another down back over towards them. I believe that they only have the 2 members that are back over towards the north. But while this has been going on, Fury has creeped up back behind it. And so now K7, who was looking to make a play back over towards Meta, finds themselves very quickly without a home and very little options. But the shots are going to hit from this one to buy a little bit more time for them to get their feet back underneath of them and find some way to fight their way out of it.
Big shots by Zendon there. Ragnar had him dead to rights, but Zendon coming in with the clutch, and Now the K7 boys not scared. They are pushing onto this as a duo. That's a nice little grenade. Ragnar just going to stay alive by the skin of his teeth here. Furia still wrapping around, trying to find angles on this. As we get a little bit of a eastern shift towards our circle. So Navi, Gex, T1, all these boys. Oh, all of this is going to have to come to a close here soon.
I mean, we're looking at so many fights that are about to break out that have to end extremely fast. You can see Metagaming is just trying to get the flushes back over towards this, see if they can get away from this position. Sparking is already making his play back over towards the safe zone, but Fury is starting to take a line back over towards the hills. See if maybe they can hit some shots back into this, see if they can get a knock and try to capitalize off of it. TSM still sitting pretty comfy just south of that position. Navi, though, starting to look back over towards the circle, not finding the best of angles to work with just quite yet. It's going to be Metagaming still hunkered down, sitting on 4 kills and somehow surviving through this. Remember, this was a fight that K7 originally wanted. They made the aggressive play back over towards this, and Metagaming managed to hold. Even with all of the third parties that keep being thrown this direction, they're somehow managing to cling to life right on this hillside.
Playing these line of sights very, very well. TSM, ooh, almost find Necro. Not going to get the knock, though, as Furia trying to collapse the fist on top of Meta here, as they have got those boys pinned down. But it's not always easy proposition, as it's basically tower defense at this point. And oh, CC going to pick Star-Lord right out of the seat. Star-Lord, I think, maybe try to go for the seat swap on him there, but CC real quick on the trigger. Dangshay going to stay alive for right now. Dead center of the circle is T1 down to 1 player again.
Meta still just holding line back over 4 at 4 Angry Men, gets vision back over towards AF. Starting to go for a little bit of a peak battle along this hillside. I don't know that AF has spotted this one out, but they're going to have awareness now. One's already down, tries to go for the spray back over. Doesn't quite get enough to flush that one out just quite yet. Still up, hunkering to live, trying to see if he can get position. Good read on the grenade. I think it might land a little bit too far out to connect with, but with this, you can see is going to be enough time to get the res back over towards it. Forever still holding line back over towards this one, looking back down towards the positioning. This is going to buy a lot more control for 4AM, as they really have a line set up that's the entirety of the eastern part of the safe zone right now. They're forcing everybody back down into Pachinki, where they were originally fighting at, and just getting a more and more of a stranglehold, not allowing any team to make a play around here.
I mean, 4AM just controls the entire eastern side of this circle between Crazy, that's just to the north, Pachinki just keeping an eye on everything. And the fact that trio was able to run all the way across the fields without being harassed at all is saying something here. Is Meta, let's see if they can hold the fort just a little bit longer. Ragnar and Wicked, they're going to get some help here, as Raspu will go down, and oh, they just barely go out, but Furia pays the price as they go down as well.
Circles popped, finally not favoring over towards TSM, and it is due up in the middle of the Badlands. It means it's going to be hills and dips and a lot of fights. There is a smidgen of Pachinki still in play, and 4AM still going to have control back over towards the east. So with this, you can see Navi has a little bit of a run and gun fight ahead of them, gets shots back over towards this. Not enough to get the knock that you know that they were wanting to try to make a play from, so instead starting to have to brute force this one. You can see multiple people trying to make a push back along this line to see if maybe they can get something to play from. No real knocks come out just quite yet. A couple of sprays here and there, but no vulnerabilities have been found inside of Gex's line just quite yet. Throwables are starting to come through, but with this, the Pachinki teams are starting to get vision back over towards it. You can see it's going to be Zenith taking shots back over towards this fight and forcing both teams to have to start pouring off against each other, as no tree cover is going to be safe. Too many angles, too many vulnerabilities, so now it is just time to fight it out.
And now TSM's going to leave their compound and start getting involved as well. You can see Iroh got the knock and the flush onto Gex. I have not found the angle onto Navi just yet. There you go. Senyu going to find him just underneath. Tab tries to make the push, gets sprayed down, but Navi wins that fight. But oh no. Here comes Ira.
They won the fight, and then TSM comes in from the yellows, just pushes their way back down from the north, and is starting to destroy Na'Vi. That was an unexpected angle. This is outside of the safe zone, so I guess they were assuming everybody would already be making play back into positioning. On one side of it, you can see Na'Vi's having to fight TSM. On the other side, it's Zenith at range. Not a lot of options for Na'Vi as they made the hard commit back over towards this Wookie Bookie, showing up yet again for TSM as just one member of Na'Vi is alive, and it's Orange with a sliver of life to play from. He's got the blue zone coming in right back behind him. Not a ton of things that he can do from positioning. I mean, he's just going to be taking some blue damage, but look at that. Shimboy isn't even going to let that one go through. Connects back over towards it, and with this, Na'Vi gets eliminated Nate.
Zenith doing a good job of third partying on top of that, but God, isn't that just the luck for Na'Vi right there? They finally win a straight up 4v4 that they should win, but it took them just a little bit too long, and TSM comes in at the perfect time to get them while they were weak. It's Tiggleton. Oh, knows he got him low. He's going to push up over the top.
Another one.
Yes, sir. Tiggleton. H-Win's still alive as well, but he's inside of Pachinki, so these two pretty much on their own right now.
Yeah, this is just a concerted effort to try to stay alive, but with this opportunity that Tig's providing, H1 might be able to leave Pachinki, maybe creep up back behind Zenith, who's playing right along the edge of the zone. Should be noted, TSG is also listening to what's going on, hasn't made a play back over here just quite yet. With the fact that we're looking at the Badlands, everybody is playing along the edge. Is the circle going to favor this, or is it going to pop back over towards the center and force everybody to make some type of play? Oh, goes back over towards 4AM's direction. So while they've been holding down so much control over here, everybody now has to walk into their waiting grass.
Just disgusting. We'll see if Zenith can maybe collect a few more points off of this. They have to deal with Tiggleton first. See Poonage trying to go for the rope. There you go. Shimboy going to take care of the Tiggleton problem. But they also have to worry about TSG and the Snake of Win. H-Win. Made it inside of the church. I'm not sure if Shimboy heard the footsteps, but if he did, he's not acting like he did.
I like this coming out from H1. Just let Zenith kind of protect you. But should be noted, while Zenith was looking back over towards TSM, having to contend with Tiggleton, it's going to be TSG that starts to make a play to gatekeep out Zenith's positioning. Using this hillside right on the other side of the church, you can see he's trying to set up. They hear the firefight and are hoping that they can maybe catch a couple of kills, and just Zenith entirely unaware. Zenith, though, playing away from this, starting to make their way very hard push back over towards TSM, and are going to find themselves a good angle to play from. You can see Roth going to go ahead and have the high ground advantage back over towards TSM, trying to regroup, and the moment they start trying to do it, it's just a quick pickup coming over for Zenith.
Let's go, Zenith. This is what we've been wanting to see out of this young team here. Poonage and Shimboy in particular. First time for these guys traveling out of the country for Poonage and Shimboy. And Shimboy in particular, gotta be really, really proud of him right now. Oh no, Sia gonna find kickstart over the top, and now can TSG get any more damage done before Zenith is in perfect position? Shimboy once again will find him.
Showing up for his team right now. That's going to be enough to scare back TSG from positioning. 4AM also starting to take a couple of shots into their backside. Going to force them to lean back into the cover. They thought that they had the opportunity to play from, but now TSG down to 2 members, realizing the fact that the opportunity might have slipped through their fingers. Zenith, though, starting to look back over 4AM's direction, trying to say maybe they can make a play while 4AM is caught up looking back over towards TSG's positioning. Using this opportunity, do note the last surviving member for K7 has managed to sneak inside the safe zone, as well as the members for Detonation White back over towards the north. It's really just Zenith and TSG that are going to have to find some way to cross a very deadly opening to move over into 4AM and a territory control angle as well, but they start fighting each other as they go. Poonage spots out one, gets it down onto him, but it's going to be a quick look back over the other direction. Somehow finding the angle onto this one, sitting at 10 kills and still 4 alive. Zenith is fighting their way inside the zone.
Roth with an AUG is a dangerous thing. He's showing why right now. Unfortunately for them, they are completely reliant on this smoke wall to try to find some way, any way to get into this circle. And they are just completely pinned down here by CRAZY112, and now DGW actually going to take some shots over in that direction as well. And I think this might be it for Zenith, but what a great game for them. 10 kills.
I mean, this is a massive climb up for the leaderboard coming up from Zenith, but their real eyes are all drawn back over towards 4AM. They've got so much control in what's going on. Detonation White back over towards the north is really just kind of clinging to the little bit of cover they have. They know that they're going to have to make a move. Godv's already got to look back over their direction, waiting for them to make some type of play. Kick starts right up against the edge of the zone, seeing if maybe he can get a knock, try to use that, but that's just going to draw more of the aggression back over from 4 angry men. They're just going to keep taking tap shots back over towards them, and the juke and the distraction might be enough. Maybe Detonation White can get something out of this one, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're just going to hop in vehicles and just send it right back over towards this angle, but man, they're going to come with a cost off of that one. Good shot's going to come out from 4 AM to get the drop on a 1.
Forever just picking his pocket, but we'll see. Can we get 2 back-to-back wins for Japan on Erangel? Element 36 took the last game. DGW now in a nice little position here. They've got the rocks. They've got Machao on a nice little flanking position here. They got to get something done. They got to get a knock here to start. Because Lu and Crazy, what are they going to do? They're having to push in somewhere. Oh, the good grenade.
That's
just going right
it's
in.
just 4 angry men time. It's just full on send it. Get in their face, make it bloody, and make sure that they pay. You can see that this is the way that 4AM wants to play this one. Grenade starting to come out. Lu does manage to get one of them down, but there is an exchange as Crazy does go down as well. That's 2 members already down for White as they try to make their approach back over here. Just 1 member off in the distance, trying to creep their way through, and you can see the Detonation Gaming White takes a couple of shots back towards it, and it's not gonna work. 4 angry men walks away with a massive 16-kill round victory.
That was peak terrifying 4 AM. We have not seen peak terrifying 4 AM in a while, and that was something to behold right there. That was just complete control, complete dominance, and you saw why Forever is such a terrifying player there. Almost every single shot was hitting right off the bat there.
That is just a massive amount of kills, and these guys didn't have an okay, they didn't have to move far. Let's be real. They were playing around Pachinki, but there was no like huge circle favor. They kept constantly roaming around the eastern parts of the circle, hunting down anybody that came in. If there was a fight that was happening, they were moving a third party into it. It was just beautiful to watch how they moved through this. Whenever 4AM is moving efficiently and aggressively, it's just amazing to watch.